Hello, my soul friends. It's Victoria on the Soul Nurturer channel. I am a soul nurturer, which, what does that mean? I'm a soul guide. I've got a big basket of transformational tools from transformational hypnotherapy, intuitive astrology, NLP, all kinds. I've been gathering tools since I was in my 20s to help myself and then others. So that's a little bit about me, and I offer this channel as a genuine heart-to-heart or soul-to-soul connection from the wounded healer perspective, meaning that I, like you, am working on my own stuff continually. And if you know the archetypal reference of wounded healer, it is a healer who becomes a healer because they're wounded and they take the journey to heal. And in doing so, they gather tools to help others heal. And, in some way, we're all wounded healers, aren't we? I feel like the human experience is the wounded experience. So any given level, we're all dealing with something. And so I'm prefacing this video with all that wounded healer information because I was going to sit down to do the new moon video, which I'm going to do right after this, but I had to clear what's on my heart first, because part of this channel is, if I'm experiencing something, I know someone out there is experiencing it too. We are all experiencing our individual worlds, but we're so deeply connected. And so I'm willing to share what's going on with me if it helps someone else. And that's what we're all here to do. I love the quote from, I think it's Ram Dass, that we are all just walking each other home, right? So what's on my heart this moment? I wanted to talk about relationships, which I'm going to do in the new moon video because it's Libra season and it's all about relationships and balance. But where am I right now? And I wonder if any of you can relate to this, especially my late bloomers out there, 40 and older. I'm in my 50s, and I do any of you have this experience as you get older? You're like, what? How old am I? But then you look in the mirror, and the mirror is the truth teller and shows you, yeah, there is a process of aging happening. And what I want to speak to, that I never heard anyone speak to when I was in my 30s or 40s, is like in the 50s, approaching 60s, this sort of, for me, this is the experience. Mostly, I think, because I am having some health issues. My next assignment on my wounded healers task list is to deal with some physical things, and which has felt like it's really accelerated my aging process. But I want to talk about aging. In my 30s and 40s, I coached a lot of women in their 50s and 60s and older, and I did a public post about a year or two years ago, and I was experiencing some aging things going on. Oh, I know, and I started to gain some weight that just would not fall off like it used to, and I had to stop eating certain foods because they showed up differently in my body than they used to. So I created a post, and I said, for all the postmenopausal women I coached when I was in my 30s, I deeply apologize. I had no business coaching you because I didn't know what you were going through. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I'm in the experience of every day noticing the aging process, every day noticing my body shifting, every day, feeling maybe even a little bit more invisible, and, as a younger woman, I was, quite attractive and, and got a lot of attention because of my physical appearance. And that is I don't miss that. Honestly, I don't, because I was always uncomfortable and shy about it and awkward. And but it is a really interesting shift. And I wonder if anyone 50 or older can relate to this, where the dynamic changes. And suddenly for me too, like, everybody is younger than me. Like, when did that happen? But I really wanted to speak honestly about the challenge, the perceived challenges, and the real adjustment of it. Like I said, right now, this is compounded for me because I'm having some medical issues, some physical issues that you really look at everything. Like, how much time do I have left to do what I'm here to do? And what do I have to contribute? And the feeling of value shifting, like not what I value, but how I'm valued. And this may just be a wound in me that I'm noticing right now, but I'm noticing definitely a shift, you know, perceived shift of how I'm valued. I'm certainly valued for my wisdom. I do love that part, you know, and I've worked hard for my wisdom. I like to say that lessons learned is wisdom earned. And you can age but not sage, you know, and what I mean by that is you can just grow older chronologically, but you're not trying to work on yourself and cultivating wisdom and cultivating healing medicine to support others. So I think I've done a good job of that. However, I know, and I really hope you comment, and that if you're watching this and this connects to you, that when we get to a certain age, you know, we realize, you know, and maybe we haven't fulfilled our potential. We know that. I like to say some of us are late bloomers and some of us are perennials, that we've bloomed, we've had other careers, we've had other, you know, experiences. Maybe, you know, your purpose was to be a mom and your kids are grown and you know, you're an empty nester. And now there's a second blooming coming, but you don't know what it is quite yet. And then this age thing, you know, you notice when you look in the mirror, you know, you're looking differently. Your body isn't moving as easily, perhaps, as it used to. Maybe your endurance isn't there. For me, the medical issue I'm having, experiencing and trying to resolve, this is my main focus right now, creates an issue where everything's changing for me. My diet's changed, but my it's not endurance. It's like, I mean, I can walk up a flight of stairs and I'm my breathing is labored. It's, well, I'll just tell you, I have a hiatal hernia, so it's like my stomach is up past my diaphragm, right? So I was wondering, you know, is this, I'm not that old. Why am I breathing so hard and why is this so difficult? So I'm just speaking because this was the elephant in the room. I wasn't going to start a video and just go, "Hey everybody, let's talk about the new moon." I almost didn't want to do a video. And this is what I'm noticing. And I wonder, again, women out there, especially women, I mean, sure, I'm speaking to men too, but when we get to a certain age, when we start to feel the conditioning of our society is very youth driven, the new shiny object, the new shiny thing. I'm at a stage in this career when I kind of laugh. This happens to me all the time with my clients. They'll say, oh yeah, it's this new thing and it's called, and they'll have some term for it. And I'll say, tell me about what that new thing is. And I'll go, oh, okay, well, that new thing is an old thing that we used to call this, but now they have a new name and suddenly it's the new trend. and I get it. Like, the younger generations have to find their own medicine, and but it's really, I guess what I'm trying to speak to is the adjustment and the shifting from you know, becoming an elder, a sage, a wise one, and that sharp edge for me, it was, I mean, just this age this year, I think this is the year I was like, whoa, how old am I? You know, and how much time do I have left to fulfill my purpose? So I just wanted to say that, you know, I'm definitely going through a growth spurt. And so here's the thing. If any of you are struggling with your age and feeling discouraged, feeling, you know, like, what's left to offer? Do I have purpose? Do I have value? I want to speak to you because I'm speaking to me. Yes, as long as we have breath, we have purpose, we have value. And maybe the people who were drawn to us in the past are not the same people, but we keep evolving. And I think that aging is that. Again, aging or saging. Saging is you're evolving, you're deepening your wisdom well, and you're remembering to drink from that well for yourself. And, you know, to trust. Like, 2 days ago, I was having a real, moment of grief about the adjustment. Remember, I always say that grief isn't just the death of a loved one, it's the end of anything as life as we knew it, and it's the adjustment to the new way of being. So that is the same with aging. Aging brings grief because we have to grieve what we can no longer do and what we no longer look like, and then move into the vital stage of acceptance of, this is what I look like, and these are my wrinkles, and these are my wisdom highlights, and this is what my body can do and what it cannot do, and this is what my capacity is. And there's where we get to that vital stage in the grief journey of acceptance. So I guess this video is just about calling out from my heart to yours. I feel you, I see you. It takes bravery to stand in your purpose and to continue when you feel like I do believe it's a deeply ingrained unconscious thing in our society that youth is valued and elders are not. And I felt this when I was in my 30s. I've always been respectful of my elders. I've always been respectful of my mentors, those who I've learned from and was gifted by their wisdom. I don't sense that anymore in this society, and I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just aging and I'm noticing the flip-flop. I certainly have some wonderful young women I've mentored who are very honoring and respectful of, where I've helped them and helped them grow, and that's beautiful, because I do think as we sage, that is an important thing. We look back to the younger generations and we willingly give and support and lift them up too. But here's the distinction I want to say, and it's perfect for Libra season because it's all about balance, which is my next video. It's the lifting others that are coming on the path behind us while we keep ourselves lifted. We don't have to discount what we have and where we are because we're aging. We may have to do a new inventory. Maybe it looks different, whatever you have to offer, or whatever you're here to do, or how you fulfill your purpose. And remember, purpose is connected to joy, where you find your joy, and it may look different, right? And so I'm saying this to you, but I'm saying it to me. Let's just meet ourselves right where we are. Yes, definitely allow yourself to the adjustment period. Grieve. You might want to write a letter to your younger self and thank your younger self and your younger body for all the wonderful things you were able to do. I feel teary just saying that. And all the wonderful experiences you got to have in your younger body. And then do an inventory of all of your strengths and all of your wisdom and all of your blessings that you carry in your body, in your being, in your wisdom well, that you get to share with others and continue to cultivate and grow potential from. So that's all. I just wanted to say I see you, my aging, saging friends out there. And I want to know what your experience has been like aging. I've had this desire. I have a women's group. I have 2 women's groups I run, and one I don't know that I run it. I just so I guess I have 3 groups, and one is a dream group. And I'm blessed by that group. Such wise women, and I think my age, a little older maybe, and they give me such inspiration because they're all just thriving and what I perceive, because we don't talk personally a lot, we just get in to do our dream work, and I see them, what I perceive, and of course everything we perceive is projection. So I see them as just thriving and embracing their beautiful, glorious elderhood, their saging. I love saging. I don't like the word crone. I never have, and it's not because I resist aging. I just don't like the image. I like saging. So they are all beautiful sages, wise, beautiful saging women. And that that gives me such inspiration. So I want to see more of that in the world, and that starts in my inner world. So same thing for you. If you're struggling in any way, you're resisting aging, cultivate that honoring in yourself, in your inner world. And again, I think doing an inventory, honoring your journey, and then also visioning for what's more, what's coming, what's still possible. And as long as we have breath, there's still possibility. Okay, from my heart, my soul to yours. I hope this touched you somewhere and opened something up for you. And maybe it was a message you needed to hear because it was so strong on my heart. I couldn't do anything else. But now I'm going to shift gears and go talk about the new moon in the next video. All right. Take good care of you. Comment, like, subscribe if you're called to. And thanks for being with me. I really feel honored by each and every view, each and every comment. Really, I do. As corny as it is, we're all in this together. So thanks for being with me. Take good care. Until next time.